Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yeehawlads podcast, episode number 110. If you tuned into last week's episode, you'll share the same disappointment I did when I found out our video corrupted and we could not use any of it for last week's episode.
Sorry about that.
So the whole episode came from the backup recorder. I was going to try to edit a video together with some pictures and clips, but it's a 2-hour-long show. I'd have to listen to the whole thing, find the clips, put it in. I just ran out of time. So
Yep.
instead of delaying it and then taking too long, I just put up the audio. So that's what we got. This week, however, it's working so far.
And we have backups now.
We did 108 in a row without it corrupting, other than the one I didn't plug in the audio recorder for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Other
But we
than that,
the video was good on that.
the video was great on that. I should have put that video over last week's. And just
They'll never know.
and just see who notices. Nobody is going to know. How would they know? All the trophies are gone. They're like, what's wrong with these guys? That was early
We were looking
on.
for a minimalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'll put it in grayscale. They're like, what the It's a little cop drama. Anyway, joke of the week. Got to get it out of the way. Nick killed it last week. Got it right.
2 in a row, you won't.
Why do cows have hooves instead of feet? We got another cow-related one.
So that they can move better?
No, you're overthinking it.
No.
I mean, you're not, but
So they can't move?
no, you're underthinking.
No,
It's
Joke. I just don't think
why
so.
why do cows have hooves instead of feet? Because they lactose.
I fucking hate it.
Because they lactose. Get it? Get it, guys? Because they don't
I
have.
want to
They
kill myself.
look, man. The jokes are for everyone to enjoy.
Yes.
And if you guys aren't enjoying them, I'm gonna keep
Nobody
doing.
else is.
gonna
We're
switch
at
to-
least going to run out of them.
I'm gonna start
at
doing
some
2 a
point.
day at this
Yeah.
point. So
Ooh.
no, but that was a disappointment to find out the video corrupted. So this week we're well prepared. Hopefully, at the very least, I've got the laptop screen recording separately as well.
Okay.
So we won't lose everything, or
Cool.
it'll go way worse. Who knows? But anyway, this week we did anyone do anything? Because honestly,
Kind of.
it's like I worked at Michael's house over the weekend, and that was kind of I looked at a boat, and that was about it.
Michael's boat.
No, different. Well, technically, yes, Michael's boat. Different Michael.
Oh.
Somebody else bought a boat. Not that exciting because I don't have any pictures or information.
I got the
Yeah.
bullshit with my bike.
Oh, yeah, we can go into that if that's.
All right.
we
Well,
dive into that.
I mean, what else did you guys do, though?
That's what I'm.
I
Like,
don't know what I
let's
did
say
last
it.
weekend.
I went to the Dells. And,
Oh, that's right. You weren't
yeah.
here.
and went swimming.
Ooh,
And then I did some shitbox stuff.
I could feel the viewership just
And that,
this wrap.
that's about
These
it.
guys suck at this.
Worked out in the fucking heat all goddamn
On the
week.
bright side, this weekend we've got plenty of stuff because
Oh,
4th
yeah.
of July
God,
is
yes.
tomorrow.
Yeah, see, I'm just like mentally just
Yeah.
shutting down.
yeah.
Marcus is like, it was hot this week.
was
I don't like
hot.
going outside in my air-conditioned truck.
I'll be honest, it is worse going from AC
In
to
and
not
out.
AC.
Oh, yeah.
Staying outside all
Look,
day is fantastic.
today I had to do a drop bury of a 250-foot cable
Holy
by hand.
fuck.
You should hire a guy for that.
Where?
yeah, well.
Mendota, it sucked.
Let's say, yeah, don't y'all have a
It
team?
took me 2.5 hours to do it.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
It was a separate
was a
team for
bitch.
that.
You just gotta
There
schedule
is-
that shit for right away in the morning too. When it's
It was first thing in the
moderately more-
morning.
Of course it
Well,
was.
first thing in the morning for you is like, what, 10:30?
No, it was 8.
Oh, jeez, look at
Damn.
you.
I was there. At
Damn, I started
8:30.
work at 5:30 this morning.
Oh, boo fucking.
First time
me.
I had to do that since deconstruction. To be fair,
Feels great,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
it sucked a lot.
So yeah, it's.
But we were also
it's
done at
warm out.
1:30, so
Yeah.
I
That's
was
fair.
kind of okay with that.
Hell yeah. All right, back to where we were starting here.
Yeah.
Nick was working on the bike. Why was you working on the bike? Where did this start?
This started when I bought the bike.
Hell, that would.
Hell yeah, buying junk. I
damn
know
it,
a lot
it's
about
The root
that.
of all
Yeah.
my problems.
It was noted before I bought it, and I was fine with that. The tires were never changed on it. Bike is from 2010, so it's 15-year-old rubber on a bike that I was riding almost every day. It felt fine, but just in the back of my mind, I always had the thought of, like, especially riding it to over here and back home, it's just like, damn, if it were the blowout right now, I'm fucked.
Especially closer to nighttime, like it's getting dark and this and that. It's
yeah.
like, yeah, it's like maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, I had the thought of at work. I was in a sweeper.
Yeah.
And it's it
Yeah?
was a sweeper. I was driving down like we're in the middle of a construction zone. They're very, very steep ditches. It's full hydraulic steering.
Yeah.
It's like there's just a ton of slop in it. And I'm like, damn, if I just fuck up a little bit, I could just roll it. And I'm also sitting
And get to go home early.
I'm doing probably 35 because it's a 2-speed. So I'm doing like 30, 35. I'm like, damn. No, I don't think I'd be able to go home. I'll be honest, because I'm not wearing a seatbelt with the door open because the AC doesn't work.
You're getting
I'm like,
launched.
I'm gonna die. I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
50,
I had the same thoughts, Nick.
So you were concerned about the tires on the bike.
Yeah, just always concerned about it. Was just always there in the back of my mind every time I rode. It's just like, this could happen. So I finally ordered tires. I think this was like 2 or 3 weeks ago now, maybe.
Yeah, it was like the second week you had the bike. It was pretty soon into
Yeah,
it.
it wasn't too long.
Yeah.
And I have an uncle who's been riding bikes since fucking high school, dirt bikes or motorcycles. He's always changed his own tires for every single bike that he's ever owned. So
Dirt bikes really get you into that. You have to change
Yeah.
them
yes, yeah,
pretty often.
yeah,
Whether you rip a tube or just wear the tire out or you're changing styles or whatever.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
100%.
He offered to do it with me, and I figured, well, fuck, sure, I'll save some money, I guess. So I thought.
So you thought.
Well, technically you did. I would have rather.
I mean,
because you could have went
Yeah.
to a tire shop first and been like, "Hey, take these apart," and then they tell you the news.
True. Yeah, that's true.
So that was what, Saturday when you went up? You went up to do this?
Yeah, this was Saturday. So Saturday morning, he picked the tires up because he was close to my house, and then I met him with my bike at his house like 9-10 in the morning.
Fairly early.
So I thought he had a tire machine for it. No, he got rid of it.
Oh, okay. So he had one at one point.
He had
probably.
one at one point. Now he just changes them with tire spoons.
And if you're good
On a
at
dirt
it,
bike,
Yeah.
that's not crazy difficult. Still
No.
pain in the ass,
Yeah.
but
So with it though, we got the tire on and off not too long.
I'll say new tires are easier because it's softer rubber. It's
Yeah.
way easier to manipulate. Getting the old ones off, you can really fucking.
So
fuck
we
some
left
shit
them
up.
in the sun.
there you go.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
you
there
go.
you
That's
go.
not bad.
Yeah, we.
That's how
so-
you know he's done it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you want to pull up the picture here, because we didn't have a proper stand either for this.
Which one you want?
Um,
One or three?
Do three for now. The first
Yeah.
one's more of a.
I mean, hey, it works.
I've done sketchier shit than
It
that.
works. That ladder's probably rated for 300 pounds.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the only front of the bike is
Is less than that.
150.
yeah, like 150. Yeah.
Yeah, so not bad at all.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
just grab the top of the triple tree and yank that bitch up.
yeah, we just put some ratchet straps on there, secured it to the ladder, and it hung there.
That is in fact a ladder with a ratchet strap holding up the front of the bike.
Correct. So we took the front tire off, let it sit in his driveway in the sun for like 30, 45 minutes. Same with the new tires. Came right off in like 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
No, not too bad at all.
WD-40 is your friend.
Yep.
The more shit, or WD-40 or PB Blaster.
We were using.
Probably just soapy
we were
water.
just using
Soapy
soapy water.
water. Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
works too.
Classic
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. New tire took like maybe 20 minutes. Not
Just
too bad.
probably being careful with it, getting it lined, so you don't
Yeah.
tear into it a little bit or something.
Yes, yeah, because he was a little worried about the bead on the tire getting fucked up, but the bead actually looked fine.
Sweet.
So, getting the tires on and off there, the easy part. Trying to get the fucking bead to make contact with the rim, that took 3 hours.
To get the bead to seat
Just to
can
even
be a
seat.
pain in the ass.
Correct.
That is.
We were fucking looking it over. We had my other uncle down the street. He was just taking a walk and he was looking at it, trying to fuck with it. So then he thought of the idea of, oh wait, I got a spare ratchet strap. I'll be right back. Walks to his house, comes back, wraps it around the tire.
Yep.
Yes.
And then we inflate it, and it finally fucking seats.
Yeah, that's like a normal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very, very common. Also, I'll say I never took a picture of it, but I also mounted ATV tires onto my mower. I sent that in the
Yeah.
Snapchat group.
So you sent it to us somewhere.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like this. Obviously with a bike tire, not an
Right,
ATV tire.
right.
Yeah,
But
potato.
you put pressure in the middle, it squeezes the outside of the
Yep.
tire out,
Yep.
making better contact. That way it'll seal up easier.
Yeah. And then after seeing that, it's just like, duh, that makes sense.
That's
yeah.
way better.
My mower tires, it was like 2 to 3 inches on both sides of the bead inward. I'm like, there's not a big enough ratchet strap to push this fucker out. I need a bead blaster.
Yours will
Yeah.
collapse into themselves if you
Yeah.
tighten them that
Oh, yeah.
much. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they're also like literally the cheapest set of Amazon tires you can find, but they worked well. So I did mow my yard after doing
that,
it,
or
and
if
they worked well.
you got enough hair in your peaches, you just
I
spray
tried.
a little bit of ether in there.
I
and
tried.
Believe it or not.
I
yeah.
just singed a bunch of leg hair, and I'm like, okay, it's time to go home now.
You still have-
Usually,
you
like
still have
you
leg
try
hair?
that once,
Little bit.
and
Less
if
now.
it doesn't like fully
it
smack,
didn't.
it's like, okay, ain't gonna work.
That ain't it.
So
once you finally got that,
once we finally got it, then we were just kind of squeezing the tire around, making sure that it wasn't doing any leaks.
Mm-hmm.
We were almost great, and then we checked the last part, like a little around where the valve stem is, and we just hear.
it's just enough where you can hear it move air, and you're like, that's not good.
Yeah, and I mean, like you had to put like good pressure on it, but I mean, it was still a leak. So
With it full of air?
yes,
Oh, okay.
we even overinflated a little bit.
Well,
Trying
yeah.
to push any little junk out
we
of there.
put. I think we put it to 34 psi.
Oh,
that's
fuck! You
Run
get
it to
to
100.
70,
Yeah.
dude. I think the most.
Okay, but a motorcycle tire versus a car tire.
I would say for the bike, it recommended 28.
Yeah,
front
no,
tire, but-
I would feel safe
Jesus.
putting it to 50. I'll
Yeah,
be
no, I
honest.
thought-
28?
Yeah.
Fuck, I run my tires at 40.
Yeah,
That's because your bike's heavy.
Well, I know. I kind of
different.
thought it was.
They're
a little
also
light, too.
narrow. I guarantee they're way more narrow than yours.
Or you're just
They
overinflating
are,
them,
yes.
and that's
No,
why
I think that's what it...
that could be why your tire's bald in the middle.
Or no, sorry. Maybe
Well,
it's like
yeah.
35. I don't know.
That's my rear tire.
I put it to whatever my fucking tires recommended.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why your tire's bald. You've been riding on like
Bald.
a tiny strip in the middle.
Yeah,
the
my
whole
rear
time.
tire is supposed to be 35.
Yeah, for doing wheelies and shit.
Yeah. The wheelies I'm going to do on a 250 cc.
I'll say I think the most I've ever seen put into a car tire is like almost 100 psi.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I
like,
put 100 in before.
yeah, just either like the last little bit of the bead needs to seat, or just like it doesn't look quite right yet. It's like, yep, let's just keep her cranking.
Yep.
I've put 100 into a car tire. That's where I stopped. It was,
Yeah, oh, yeah, I
it
was
was
saying,
not
like-
seating, but I have put a whole 100
Yeah.
pounds, and I'm like, you can go higher because I was at the gas station at the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can do higher on your own time, but that's where I stop. I
Yeah.
can't do more than this.
Yep, this is where I stop.
Yeah, I'm like, this is twice its limit on this tire.
This is where
Yeah.
my liability stops. Is at
Yeah.
100 psi.
Yeah, legally, I have to tell you to stop this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you're not supposed to exceed 40 technically, but
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's just a suggestion.
Right.
correct. So you put a good amount of pressure and it still kind of leaked.
Yep. So after overlooking it, if you want to open up the second picture,
Can do.
it's a little hard to tell on the picture, but that is where the bend is.
If you look closely, you can see it.
Yeah.
There's a
Basically,
good
if
bend
you
in
follow
there.
the edge of the tire, you can see how the gap opens.
There is
up
not a
here.
radius in the middle of the red
Right.
squiggly circle.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is a perfectly flat spot in the middle of your rear rim.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and to note, I have a valve stem cover. I just
that's the
didn't put it
front
back
rim.
on when I took the picture.
Oh, is it the front tire?
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Yeah,
the front
because
tire.
Okay.
the cowlings. in
I
there.
don't know. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I didn't
front
look
tire.
at it that closely.
We didn't even take the rear tire off after we did this part.
Oh, sure. You just noticed this very obvious problem, and you're like, "Yeah, we're not going to go any further."
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, we noticed this issue with the front tire, and I mean, it fucking took us 3 hours to make a tire fucking set.
Yeah.
So we were pretty frustrated and hot. It was like, what, 92, I think, that day
Oh yeah, it was
as
hot
well.
this
So
weekend.
yeah, it was pretty hot.
That's one of those jobs. It's like it's not that bad, and then you're hours into it. You're like, "Oh, that was awful." You're like,
Well,
why are we doing this?
Yeah, taking them on and off, that was fucking easy, and I was kind of hoping like, oh great, this is gonna be painless.
Nah.
Joke, yeah.
At least once you use the strap, you guys got it fairly quick. So now you can like
Yes.
confidently take it apart, knowing it won't take 3 hours. This
Right,
time.
right.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But yeah, I was trying to think of any potholes or anything I hit. I don't think I ever did. So it
You would have had to hit something pretty fucking hard to do
Right.
that.
So-
The roads around here are bad.
They are
They are
shit.
bad.
Guys, I'm trying my best to fix them all.
But
Are you? Is that what that
Well-
is?
When I keep telling my boss I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Is that why 80 feels like I'm surfing? Just kind
Hey,
of
maybe a little bit.
I-
To be fair, I was only on that for like 2 days or
That's all-
2 nights.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
So it had to be the family member that owned the bike before I did. Whatever the fuck they hit even.
Yeah, somebody just, or honestly, like, it could have fell over onto something and
Yeah.
hit it weird. I mean,
Yep.
it's aluminum. Weird things happen with
Yeah.
aluminum. You probably left it in the sun too long. It's just like, oh no, I'm aluminum and bent.
Yeah. Never felt it riding it or anything either. Like I thought I'd feel some sort of vibration.
Nah.
Well, where the tire technically seats flat against the rim is probably still mostly round.
Oh, yeah.
Just you have no security on the side of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
just that side. On the other side of that same spot in the tire, it's perfectly round.
Yeah.
Maybe he like curb rashed it and like picked the whole.
I mean,
front of the
I know
bike
he
up.
did. There, you see the spots there.
There's
Yeah.
marks on it, but
Yeah, he definitely
that'd be a
give me
weird
some good.
I don't know how you could like
how you could end up
100% of the time fuck up a rim that bad.
Right.
there. Just like anything
Well,
else. It's
well,
probably
and that's
not
what my uncle
100%
thought too.
true.
He's just like did I bend it with my tire spins? I'm like, I feel like you would bend that first before you bend a fucking rim.
You
but-
bend the tire spoons first.
I mean, they do.
Yeah.
They are pretty stiff, but yeah, you would put a pretty good bend in them.
Right.
You would know what you're doing if you got to that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of a kick in the nuts.
So yeah, every other day I have to grab my dad's air compressor and fill it up.
Fill it back up. So
Put some tire slime in it. It'll be fine. Don't do that. That's a horrible fucking decision.
Yeah.
everybody,
ATV tires or like ATV lawnmower and like little air like carts are the only thing I fucking put tires.
are you
slime
saying
in.
that my 40-inch pit bulls shouldn't have slime in them? I mean, they don't.
I mean-
but they could. When the sidewall has cracks going through it,
You do you, but I don't fucking work on tire slimed wheels because fuck that shit.
it's fine. Everybody
It's
loves
nasty.
Everybody
it's
loves
gross.
tire slime.
No.
It's fun after like a decade when it's like, now it reeks in there.
Yeah, no.
It's fine.
No,
Don't worry
thank
about
you.
it.
Yeah.
So, do you have what are you going to do about this? Are you just going to like send it or like silicone this shut or what?
Silicone.
No.
Run some
I-
screws through it.
I ordered a used rim off eBay. It was off a 2011 250.
Oh, so it should be pretty much the exact same.
It's the same exact thing. Yes.
You missed your chance to get some supermoto spoke wheels and get all fancy with it.
Not on this bike.
Yeah, that's
No,
fair.
No. If I were to get a second nicer bike, then maybe.
When you get the much nicer Honda Grom.
It'll be a Honda. It won't be a Grom, but
Hell yeah.
Can't fucking kill a Honda.
That's
True.
true.
Yeah.
That's as a Honda owner. Trust
Yes.
me, I get it.
Do like a good Honda.
ordered that. It'll be here Monday. I'm just gonna take it to a shop and have them do it at this point.
'Cause you still have to get the rear done anyway.
I gotta get the rear done anyway, and I don't know of another weekend I'm gonna be able to get to it myself. So
And it's one of those things like it might cost, like $150 or something like that to do it. But it's like it also took 4 hours of your time and
Yeah.
a dedicated Saturday.
for the one part that shouldn't have taken that long,
right. So
it seems like it should have been the complete opposite. It should have taken longer to get the fucking thing on and off than it was to
yeah.
try and get air. in.
Yeah, wait until you gotta, I don't know, do like a chain replacement or something for the first time. It's a bitch to figure out how the rear of that ass end of them bikes work.
A chain replacement?
Yeah. Chain,
Why-
sprocket.
Why is that so hard?
It's not hard, it's just a fucking pain in the ass.
Can you elaborate? Because it
So,
seems very simple to me.
it-
As someone
Is it-
having
is
a
it
long-
like on a
Look
mountain
up,
bike?
YZ7.
Yeah.
done that
So
before.
so on the
Swing arm.
rear, at least on my bike.
I'll say there's a million different ways
There
chain
is.
adjusters.
But just in
are.
general, kind of the rear of bikes are somewhat ish complicated.
Yeah.
I've never worked on one, but especially a single swing arm versus a dual. So I have
Chain
a
adjuster.
dual swing arm in the rear. So that means that there's two arms that come out of the back and hold the tire. So you have an axle that runs through that, and then on each side on the inside of the swing arms, you have a bushing, a bearing. I don't really know what you consider. I would consider
Spacer.
Yeah, a spacer.
Sure.
So then those are in there, but of course the flanges are on the inside, not the outside, so they never hold themselves in. So like you're on the floor in between a paddock stand trying to lift the tire up while pushing the axle through while holding the bushings
Yeah.
Okay.
and your chain on there all at the same time. And then when you get done with that and it's finally all in, you got to torque it down, which of course you want that torqued. And then on the rear, as you can see in this picture, if you want to bring it up,
That's what I'm working on.
so on both sides, you have those silver plates with two nuts on it, and that is your chain tensioner. So
Which
that,
one? This vertical plate or this
On the
rear?
back.
the back.
Yeah, that's the
Correct.
actual
So
adjuster.
that is
Yeah.
what sets the spacing for your axle and
To essentially
tensions your chain.
Right.
You have to do that in unison, because if you don't do it in unison, then your tire's all fucking wonky and
Yeah.
shit, and it's kind of a bitch because it's just a lot to deal with all at once.
Sure, because you're basically doing an alignment on a
Yes.
on a one wheel thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to look up a KX250F chain adjuster?
I can.
Also, while making sure that your chain is the correct tension. Because too loose, it's going to be fucking wobbling.
Yeah.
Too tight, and it's going to fucking
I'll say dirt
squeal
bikes
like
you have a little
pig.
bit more leeway.
Yeah, dirt bikes,
but-
they kind of don't give a
guys.
shit
But
that much.
no, to the right, yeah.
This one.
So you get to do everything that Marcus just described, except for the fact that the adjuster
That's way
is
easier.
it's inside of a pocket. So you like, especially like I've had those bolts seize inside the fucking spring, the swing
yeah.
arm. So Like
Yeah.
when I first buy a dirt bike, the first thing I do
look
is
at is
either
that.
break them or start to replace them. Or if they do actually come out, Annie sees the shit out of them.
So yeah, basically Marcus is, as he tightens it, it's pulling the axle back. You're doing the
Yes.
opposite. You're pushing
Yes.
the axle back.
Yes,
Which
and they're
means-
also again like you can barely get a wrench on it. Everybody fucking rounds the nuts and bolts.
Okay, fair.
And yeah, it's
That-
a motherfucker.
Yeah, rears are a bitch. The front you just like slap on.
the front doesn't have a
Yeah.
chain.
Well, yeah.
This is also true.
You got a fucking brake caliper in the way half the time, though.
Well,
Oh, that was pretty easy.
yeah.
Do you?
Honda.
Oh, question.
Cow-
Do you have dual calipers in the front or single?
Just a single.
Oh,
I mean, it's
I have
it's
duals.
a 250. Your bike's
Yeah.
twice the weight of his, probably.
well, yeah, but
I mean,
It makes sense.
front brake is still pretty fucking strong.
I tell you
Oh,
what,
yeah.
the biggest pain in the ass was the DRZ 400 Supermoto because I had not Supermoto brakes on it. I had the regular dirt bike brakes on Supermoto wheels. So it's a 17-inch wheel. Literally, there's, I don't know, a 1/4 inch of clearance between the caliper and the actual rim. Well, there's also a, not adjuster plate, I don't know, it moves the caliper itself. It's just
yes.
Yeah.
I would consider that an adjuster plate.
Well, it's aftermarket because you have to run that
Yes.
on Supermoto wheels, and it's just like I literally had to put the wheel in there and then assemble the brakes with the wheel already on because there's such little clearance.
Does this picture give you anything to?
Well, no,
Yours is
because mine
different.
was a
Oh,
special
yours-
case.
'cause yours
but
is
yeah.
different,
That
yeah.
is, I'll say that does look very similar, but yeah,
I think it's a stock-ish
it's-
one.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
kind of like a secondary caliper setup on a drift car, essentially.
Okay.
It's just that second plate is bolts into where the factory plate does,
Yep.
and then
Right.
just kicks the caliper off in a different area.
Okay.
So-
it is just very strange,
Yeah.
all things
It's
considered.
yeah, and then like I said, there's such little clearance because I'm doing shit that
That
like
it's not built for.
Japanese men didn't spend millions of dollars on, and
Nope.
and a lot of research time.
Also,
on.
Nick, hope that you never have to fucking replace your front rotors.
Yeah.
They're fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, I saw the price for those. Yeah.
They're not cheap. I think I looked mine up once just to see how much they were, and they were like $450 per single side.
Yeah.
When you got
Well, he
two in
only
the
has
front,
single, so he'll only have the one.
still
You should see how much-
$450 for a single fucking rotor.
You should see how much I spent on stuff.
Yeah, I would say I've fucking God. I spent so much money just today.
Yeah.
on dumb stuff.
Literally. I spent $500 this month on license plate stickers. Gross.
That reminds me, I need to re-register my gooseneck.
It's like I got the card in the mail like usual. It said 2016 Ford. I'm like, oh, that's Michael's F-150. I'm good. And I'm like,
Oh no, you have one
I
of those
also
now,
have a
too,
2016 Ford now. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn it. So the Ranger, the trailer, and the Fiesta are
Yeah.
all within 2 months.
Yeah.
So I do them at the same time.
Ooh.
I'll say I have the Jeep has not been registered. And it won't be until next year because I'm going to do antique plates on it.
If you see it on the road, mind your business.
The Mustang
Doesn't need them.
Yeah, doesn't need it. Gooseneck needs re-registered, so that's now out of date. The blue car needs license or
Title, license, all the
title,
stuff.
license, everything.
That's $500 right there.
yeah. My current
The white Subaru?
18-foot trailer.
Oh, yeah.
That one is running my 16-foot flatbeds trailer
Allegedly.
plates on it because that sticker's still good until like later this year. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck 'em.
October, I think. Yeah.
Something like that.
So yeah, we're just running.
You're just
real
you got
illegal.
a
I
shit
feel
I spaced mine out perfectly.
Yeah?
The bike is June. My car is December.
I guess you only have two. It's a lot easier to
Yeah.
space
Well,
them out.
yes, yeah, but it's like
Yeah.
always like right.
I've got
in
8 things
either
that
half
need
of the
stickers.
years.
my
Yeah.
Impala, I think, was in December. The shitbox is in September, and so is my bike in September. So
Yeah.
So you didn't space yours out at all,
no.
actually.
Well, I tried to get the shitbox done in October, but because I technically purchased it in September, that's what they
yeah.
went
if
off.
you dated
of.
the title, that's the month it's done in.
I didn't date the
Yeah.
title. They went off the in transit paperwork.
Oh
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So,
Must be nice.
sucks. But yeah, no.
You don't need license plate stickers and stuff anyway. It's all a myth.
Right.
Trust me, I found out the fun way that the cops don't really care.
No.
So
Oh, how did you find out?
Oh, Saturday night, I
Yeah.
went and got some pizza for dinner. It was kind of late. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Where
On
from?
Marshalloni's.
Of
Of course.
The best.
The usual. As I turned to come out to start heading back down 251 South, a white Jeep Compass flies past me.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Sick.
like, okay, that guy's in a hurry. And I'm like, whatever. And I'm like,
He's boot scooting
I'm like,
boogieing.
wait, I was in the left turn lane, which means I had a green arrow and nobody else did. I'm like, did he just blow the red light behind me as he's gone?
Oh yeah.
And I'm like,
Cool.
okay. I'm like, this is weird. Whatever. Get across the bridge, and there's a cop sitting there with his lights on. I'm like, oh, he might have pulled him over.
Yeah.
Nope. He was waiting for him to cross the bridge. The Compass hops out of traffic and tears off up the hill. I'm like, oh, this is a police chase. I'm like, this is awesome.
No.
So I'm like, fire up my scanner app. I'm like, let's see what's going on here. By the time I got up the 251 hill to the stoplight there by Oglesby, they were already on the interstate.
Oh
Damn.
wow.
They were moving. I'm like,
Yeah. Wow.
I'm
Hot
like,
pursuit. Hot pursuit.
I'm like, if I was in the Fiesta, I'd just keep pace with him and see what's going on. But instead I'm in the truck, I'm like, it'll be fine.
Fuck.
Turns
Get
out,
up next to him, flip him off.
Yeah.
turns out once a Jeep Compass does about 120, the cops just leave them alone.
Oh really?
Apparently
they
they
just
can
ended
do
pursuit.
Yeah, they just broke off after that. I'm like,
I mean, to be fair, 120 on I-80 isn't that out of the
39.
realm.
39.
Oh, sorry.
But still, 39's pretty nonchalant.
good to know.
I'm just like, there's like, oh yeah, we're giving up. I'm like, how fast is he going?
yeah, like okay.
I didn't
so
know a Compass could do that.
Wow. Yeah,
one
honestly.
also it's like, well, fuck. Okay, so like,
I'm like, oh,
the
after-
Fiesta and Mustang just will never get pulled over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No plate,
Make sure
no
I have
case.
make sure I have a fucking full tank of gas. I guess.
Yeah.
Tee, I'm faster than you.
like literally, it's like I made it from like the stoplights to where like 71 and 251 cross, and they
Yeah.
gave up by the time I got to there.
God damn.
They just let it. I'm like,
Honestly.
I don't think they've got him yet either. So I'm like, that's.
Wow.
I'm like, huh. That's
And he didn't have any plates or just.
no. He had plates on him. I could read the plate number and everything. It was like a Tennessee plate or something. It was like a dark blue.
Oh.
Hell yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snitch.
They just, I'm not gonna say that.
I mean, they're gonna fucking probably still do
There needs to be like
something
a walkie-talkie feature on the scanner apps.
I got him. I got him.
This is the plate. It's Tennessee, fucking what?
Yeah.
Fulton County, fucking.
Right. Yeah. Whatever it is.
So
It's
if
like-
they can read the plate, I'm sure they do something.
I'm sure they
afterwards.
know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
So they're just like, we'll let him go and get him later.
Yeah.
But I'm just
Show
like,
up to his house at 3 a.m. and bust his fucking door down.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird. And all the cars are bunching up. He steps out of line, goes up. I'm like, oh, he's in a hurry. I'm like, oh.
look at that.
I was like, scroll. PCE or LaSalle County EMS. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was also a life flight happening, so it was very confusing.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah. A lot
I'm
of
like,
shit
I'm
going
like,
on.
did he hit and run somebody?
Hey, I'll say, yeah,
I'm
ran
like,
somebody down coming out of a parking lot or something. It's like, oh, time to leave.
I'm pretty sure they were stealing things.
Well, yeah.
So, you know, you'll
It
have that on
happens.
these big jobs.
Cheap owners.
But turns out once you do about 100, your sticker doesn't matter because they're just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, speaking of stickers, my truck is also under temporary. The sticker's still temporary.
Oh.
Because they still haven't given you a
I'm
plate
waiting
yet.
on my plates that they told me about 6 months ago.
Cool.
That was when your
I
truck
bought it
got
in
hit.
January.
Yeah.
Or no.
No, we bought it in May.
May. Sorry.
Yeah. But it was when your truck got hit is when they told you they're giving you new plates, was it not? Was it like
Oh,
right
around
about that
that
time?
time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sounds like it's the state's problem, not yours.
Yeah.
Well,
I say I don't know how long the temporary sticker's good for, but it's
usually
Whatever, man.
usually 3 months. I'm
well,
pretty sure.
fuck it.
But
They got to send me a new sticker or send me the goddamn plate.
they sent it to your old
But they, like I
house.
said, like
Oh.
With,
Man,
or they sent it to the post
shouldn't
office
have.
and they got lost for 6 months, like your Subaru title did.
fuck maybe. No, that was the guy just
Yeah,
not
yeah.
sending it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
but still.
He was an
But,
idiot.
Well, I'll say I think I told you that a while ago, and you were like, "Oh, maybe it's because they're doing by VIN now, and if you
Yes.
register a vehicle, it has to be by VIN, and so you can't do like my truck technically should be on D plates.
You did you weigh that the other day?
Yeah, 9,500 pounds.
Holy.
Yeah, I realize I also have axle shafts in the bed too, so
Well, that's
there's
100
60
pounds,
pounds,
yeah.
80 pounds. Yeah,
But when
Um,
the B plate that was on it is good for 8,000 pounds,
Yeah.
you're rolling at
You're
9,500
1,500 over.
plus you and the dog and a 50-gallon tank of fuel. Yeah, it adds
Yeah.
up.
yeah. So
There's probably days you're at 10,000 pounds
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
easily,
yeah,
like just without even anything on the bed.
yeah. Two people,
Yeah.
and the box is full. Yeah,
Put your little 50cc on the back. You're there. It is 10,000
yeah.
10K,
on B
baby.
plates.
It's fine, probably.
So yeah, because you told me somebody like they told me couldn't get B
Yeah,
plates.
well, my buddy registered a brand new, or no, it's like a 21 or 2
New enough.
F350 long bed,
right.
and he was like, he wanted C plates, which is good for 10,000. I'm
That,
pretty sure.
that is what those are made for technically.
And they're like, they look
No.
at the it's by whatever the GVW is for per the VIN.
Right, because it's not necessarily what you're doing; it's what it's capable of doing, kind of thing.
Yeah. So they're like, now you have to do D. He's like, I don't fucking
And what's
want
D rating?
D is
6 or 14 or 16, I think.
yeah.
No, well, it'd be 8, 10, 12. That would make more sense. I actually don't know. Maybe 12,000.
Quick Google.
Yeah,
it's not that
either
quick.
12 or 14. I'm almost positive.
I thought it was a pretty big jump.
But D plates especially in
Deep
commercial
plate is
use.
up to 12,000. Correct.
You also have to have, or you should have a safety inspection. Like on the windshield, like commercial vehicles, like
There'll be a little window sticker.
Brian's boss has gotten many a
Yeah.
sticker.
Gotcha.
So it turns out
Yeah.
the getting the inspection done's like $150 every like 3 months, which kind of sucks.
ugh.
The fine for not having it is like $200.
Yeah.
So nobody does it. But,
Correct. Get one just so you have the sticker on the windshield.
but
Yeah.
it shows the month it expires on it.
Well, yeah, but at least like
cut
at
that part
a
out.
far glance, you're like, you're good.
but it's like, is it worse to not have it and then there's no reason to look for it being expired or have an expired one? I would think it's worse to have the expired one still. Personally, just like, oh, that's expired versus
Yeah,
like,
but how are you going to tell from a distance?
well, you tint the windshield, nobody can tell anyway. It's fine.
Fuck yeah, there you go.
Very
Believe
true.
Believe it or not.
I've waved at so many people this week, and nobody knows it's me.
Literally,
Or nobody
was that-
knows I'm waving.
Was that Wednesday? Apparently, Marcus saw me at the Four Corners here in town,
Oh yeah.
and he's like, "I waved at you." I'm like, "I didn't even fucking see."
I
you."
was turning, and like as I got into my lane that I was turning into, I was like, "Oh, hi, Brian." I was like, I can't tell if he's waving back. He's got them fucking tinted ass windows.
Didn't tell where my sunglasses behind tints. You can't see nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, whole bunch of fun stuff.
Wow.
So you ordered a new rim. That's where we ended up at, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So, order a new rim. Gonna drop the bike off at a shop. The only one that called me. Oh yeah, funny.
I just
goofy
want to
picture.
look at this picture.
Yeah.
But SpongeBob me boy, I lost me front tire.
Oh, shit. Can I find the picture of my bike like fully torn apart? Like down to the
Probably. I
frame?
remember seeing that.
You could, or we could talk about what we did with you this week.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
That means you should probably
Yeah,
not be
so
on your
what
phone.
did
I'm
you
not
do?
on my phone.
You-
Fuck yeah. It's pulled up. Eat a dick.
As he's
Let her
holding it-
rip. I'll explain.
Okay.
So
I see
you
the
know
back of the
the
shitbox.
is
There-
the
that is.
old shitbox, the original shitbox engine.
Well, we don't know if it was original.
Oh,
Supposedly it was replaced.
The one that we took out of the red Subaru
The one that was
initially,
knocking
the
and
bad
blowing
one.
the coolant out of it.
Yes.
The bad one,
Yeah.
sitting at Brian's parents' shop.
Yes, you finally got that the fuck out of
Yes,
there.
I did.
Thank God.
You know, it took several passive aggressive. One of these days you should get that out of here.
It took one.
I told you once, and then he told you once,
Yes.
and you're like, "Okay, I'll do it tomorrow."
Well, so I had to swing by my mom's to pick up some stuff, and I was going to leave, and I was like in my car doing the loop, and I was like, I need to get that engine moved. I need to clean the trailer out. So I moved over and
yeah.
pushed some shit to the side. But yeah, it really helps when you take all the bolts out of the transmission.
Because
To,
Marcus
to-
also forgot
to separate
Marcus
it.
also forgot to do that. Don't let him lie to you.
Yeah,
He left.
To-
he got
totally
He
forgot to do
got
it.
the one that you forgot, and
Yes.
missed one on the other side.
There's two. Well, there's a bolt that holds the top of the starter in, and then
Yeah.
there's a stud and a nut
Yeah.
that hold the bottom of the starter in, and then right fucking below it is another
Bell
stud,
housing bolt.
stud and a nut. So yeah, I forgot to take that one off. But
Once you did that,
she was a lot easier to get separated because she was sitting on the ground, got what I thought was all the bolts out, all but one. Grabbed the dead blow and just whack as hard as I could on the side of it. It cracked it, popped it loose on that side. I put a screwdriver in there, wedged it, and I was like, it's not moving. I'm gonna check it. Hey, look, another.
I literally go, I'm like, "Did you take all the bolts out?" He's like, "I'm not Andy. I wouldn't do that."
Look down. Fuck.
Son of a.
Get
"Oh,
the
no."
get the bolt out. I gave it one good whack, and the whole thing jerked off and popped off.
Huh?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Getting jerk off?
Yeah.
Love that.
Damn.
Hell.
I heard this heat's been stroking people. About to go outside and find out
be
for
me.
myself.
Couldn't be me. It's 66 in the shop right now. Fuck
So,
the AC bill. It's so nice.
Yeah, we then we loaded it up in the back of my shit box.
Yeah. Of course, it's like
On some blocks.
We drain the transmission fluid stuff. I'm like, we could put this in the bed of my truck that's right there. He's like, nah, shit box. It's fine.
Fog it.
This thing squatted probably 4 or 5 inches.
So when we set the engine down in there, because we did the transmission first and then the engine, it just kind of settled, and then
It was one of those, as you let go of the engine, it just keeps going down. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is it. It's going through the floor.
It's fine, probably.
It did not go through the floor. I'll
did not
give it
go through the
credit.
floor. She didn't like that much weight in the ass end.
When you hit bumps, you could feel the bump stops
Yeah.
pretty hard. It was kind of a
She was just
thump,
floating.
thump in the back.
Yeah, it was
Did
fine.
you go with him to unload it, I'm assuming?
I did, yeah.
Yep. So did that.
They didn't fall over in the back of
Nope,
the car and make a huge
surprisingly.
mess, unfortunately.
I think the biggest mess that was in there was just a little bit of trans fluid and some coolant.
Yeah, just like a couple drops. It wasn't
Yeah.
anything crazy.
But then on the way to my mom's,
Oh, that's right.
we were at the little Four Corners there.
The north side of my parents' road.
Yeah.
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 Outside of Standard, and Brian just goes, "There's a cat." Sure as shit, we back up, and there's just this little dude just chilling in the grass.
Like, this is Route 71.
Yeah.
He's just laying
Just
here in the
hanging out.
grass.
just chilling.
Good old.
Oh.
There's like some weeds growing up on the sides. There's some shade. Just laying there.
Hell
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Fine, whatever. Just watching cars go by. Sitting around smoking a cigarette.
Oh yeah.
Cigarette.
Seemed completely unfazed by us.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love
But,
to see that. But yeah,
no,
that was what? Was that yesterday? No. Tuesday. That was
nope.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Was it?
That was not
I
yesterday. It
don't-
was Tuesday.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I've
yeah.
lost. It's 4th of
Brains-
July
you've lost
weekend.
brain cell?
Yep,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
slowly shutting down.
Windows XP computers be like.
Yeah, no, that wasn't all too bad.
Yeah.
It was definitely Tuesday because Monday I was working after work on our parents' picnic table. Because
With wheels?
huh?
With wheel
It is a picnic table trailer. It is
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
base.
The one that
So we
y'all
stripped.
took around
Say
the
we
country
gonna
mile.
whip it again this year.
No.
No, we are not. For
Fuck!
several reasons.
I ain't
but
going.
Yeah.
It's like I'm staying home. That was the only reason. No. So we stripped all the deck boards off of it because they were kind of rough and
Oh,
you know
yeah.
they was
Yeah.
like painted light blue and they were kind of bad. So we got nice new boards to put on it. Got them all taken off. And while it was all apart, we had bought some stabilizer jacks so we could just weld onto it instead of trying to put jack stands underneath it, and
Oh,
lift
yeah.
it, and twist it,
Oh,
and all
yeah.
sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
So we actually have some like nice stabilizer jacks. So I'm like, Dad's like, oh yeah, if you just want to like take it up to work in one of these days and do that, I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I'm like, it can't be that bad, right? It took me 4.5 hours.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, okay, but I did a damn good job. So what happened was, they're little tiny drop leg stabilizers that fold up flat, very nice and convenient.
yeah.
But I needed them to be 3 1/4 inches below the tube frame.
Oh no.
Why is that?
Because in order for them to be in the middle of their travel, touching the ground,
Oh, that's where.
if they're up too high, they won't touch, if it's uneven or whatever. The whole point is that they're flat and even, whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, this looks fairly simple. It's 2 plates that go up and a little round plate just to kind
Yeah.
of put them on there. But could it be that simple? Of course
Nah.
I
not.
was gonna say, why didn't you just put some square tubing in there?
Because that looks ghetto. And I want the drop leg on a 45 for maximum stability. So instead of eyeballing 45 like a heathen, I have technology. I have computer. That means I can draw shapes.
Hell yeah.
So this is deceiving, but what it is there's 2 slots for those uprights to drop into. But if you notice, there's small little notches, one at the top,
Yeah.
one at the bottom.
So you can cockeye the plates.
That's a perfect 45 that lines it up with these 2 holes. Yeah, so the plates can go in perfectly straight, and then this can go in on a 45 and just kind of line itself up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not that exciting, is it? But
I know you spent a lot of time on it, but yeah.
as long as I'm just on the computer and like slot and tab and make it all nice out of 3/16 plate, I'm like, this is awesome. I'm like, it'll make it nice and easy. They fold up, convenient,
Hell yeah.
and then they are fucking welded in and
It's
all
got
fancy.
little legs.
It's got little legs now.
Got a little wig.
Super sturdy when these are down. Holy cow!
Yeah.
Sick.
It's a big stance, my guy.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
There's-
gonna
Look at
push
it.
you over.
There's my trailer.
Twitter.
Oh, it's a bike next door. I'm
Yeah.
like, is that
Yeah.
thunder?
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah.
Whoa.
But nope, that was this was at 9:15. I haven't painted it yet, so yeah.
Oh, you painted it here too?
Yeah, I just threw some primer on it,
Yeah.
painted it black, and then went to Hardee's for dinner because I didn't feel like cooking
Yeah.
Base.
because it was 9:45.
Fair
or whatever.
enough.
Yeah.
So I'm
But just-
assuming you weren't the guy putting the boards back on this as well?
Correct.
That's nice at least.
Well. We'll see what tomorrow morning brings.
Well, yeah.
They are supposed to be on.
Hey, we got 2 of them on.
Yeah. Yesterday, Dad was going to get so we got new boards for the whole length of it. I took my router and put a nice 3/8 round over on the whole top. Because nothing worse than sitting on a piece of wood and it digging that sharp corner into the back of your thigh. So it's got the same round over the table has on it.
Nice.
Which is a very smooth transition.
Hell
Awesome.
yeah.
So it won't be like sharp in your legs. So he was going to sand those up yesterday. I haven't been over there, so I don't know. I'm not expecting to have to do this in the morning, but we'll see. I figured he would have asked for help if he needed it. So that should be all nice and new and clean and ready to go for our party tomorrow.
Same with the
yeah.
playlist.
Oh, yes. How is so Nick got voluntold to make a playlist for the 4th of
yeah.
July. He agreed to it and then forgot that happened.
Yeah.
And nobody else, apparently my mom did not forget because she's like, yeah, Nick's making the playlist. I'm like,
I have a bunch of songs in my head to add, and I still got to do that, so I'm probably going to do that if
Is
I'm
there
on my
Creed?
computer tonight.
my brother and Grace.
Yes.
Thank God.
4th of July started 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
It starts Thursday at the end of the day.
I did it where it's like a mix of like every genre pretty much.
Because it's like, if it's one thing, it will get burnt out.
Well, and that's the thing, right?
It
Yeah.
can't be just Creed for 16
No.
hours straight.
No,
As
it can't.
much
Just,
as-
it can't.
I'd
Just be
vibe
one,
with it.
As much as the people like Arms Wide Open, you can only
Right.
hear it 4 times.
It can't just be
Sometimes you
one.
need a little bit of Miley Cyrus Party in the USA also.
Is it
Just
where-
for a
Right.
chance.
Where's the 10-hour loop?
It can't just be one genre.
Yeah, so
I did throw some metalcore in there. Safe metalcore.
some safe for listening metalcore.
Womp womp.
For example, "Have Faith in Me" by A Day to Remember,
Okay.
because that's a
I was
bop.
I was expecting August Burns Red, but I could be confused.
I don't think your mom would hire me back
They
again
have-
next
they
year.
have
It's more of a. It's
Wait,
more
you're
of a
getting
new
paid
metal
for this?
weekend.
Yes.
Nobody's getting paid.
No.
It's
But
more
they
of
have
a
a
new metal
they have a
weekend.
Christmas album though.
More of a new metal crowd, I think. That'd
Yeah.
be-
Yeah. There's
To
some
an ex-
decent share of new metal in there.
No matter what it is, everyone will be fine
Classic
with it.
country
and also hammered. So
Yes.
Yeah. Classic country, 2000s pop, new metal, metalcore.
So
Alt.
while on the topic of music, did you see A Day to Remember's new music video?
no, because I didn't care for it.
Oh, I know. I hate the music, but the
Yeah.
video.
Oh, the video. No.
The video
I did not see
is it's a like shot for shot remake of San Andreas CJ. Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh no.
Because
shit.
that is the opening line of that new song.
Ah.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Yeah, it's
I'll watch
that,
the
but
video,
Jeremy
but
McKinnon
yeah.
from A Day to Remember is
Yeah.
doing that, goes up, daps a dude up, and then like walks into a bar. That's the fucking
So you're saying their videographer is better than their music?
yeah. Oh, now,
Nowadays,
yes.
yeah.
Now, yes. And ever
Especially
since, I don't
now,
know,
yeah.
2017,
I was gonna say
18,
they
yeah.
really peaked whenever I was a freshman in high school.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
Oh, yeah.
Just
Many
nosedive.
nights I spent in my parents' basement alone with fucking headphones
Oh,
on,
with
just max
with
volume.
homesick.
LimeWire open, destroying your
Oh,
laptop.
yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
I can't believe that thing ever turned on after you were done with it.
That poor.
Just
Where
sitting
the
there-
fuck is that laptop?
But,
Hopefully
we were
not
at
landfill.
5 hours and 30 minutes for it.
Okay, we can just play it twice.
Yeah.
Oh, I got more songs in my head to add.
Hell yeah.
It'll be up to the 7 goal that I want.
What a guy. Look at you.
So I imagine probably around 9 o'clock. That's when you guys were probably gonna get ready for
Generally,
activities.
Generally speaking, yeah.
About, I don't know, how far is. Never, I'm not going to dox it. Never mind.
Cool
About
story.
a mile or two away, my parents will be at their friend's house and probably be watching. The
Oh, I can see it,
fireworks,
yeah.
so-
Yeah, let's say most people will be able to see it in the surrounding area.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We even had the dude at the fireworks store was like,
The
"Yeah,
one- the one in Cedar Point.
I can
Oh,
I can
definitely.
probably see them from there. I'll watch your show."
not
Yeah.
knowing
Hell
that we've
yeah.
got way more illegal stuff than what he
Okay, I was
sells.
gonna say you guys are talking
He's like, yeah,
about
he'll
so
be
yeah,
like,
fireworks.
oh, those bastards.
Like he was looking at, because we buy stuff
Oh,
from
yeah.
several people.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But he's like, oh yeah, I might be able to see some of these kind of over the tree lines.
Yeah, I'll say
and,
you just got to go like, what's that, south a little bit, and then you're good, probably.
allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
But it's just one of those things. He's like, oh yeah, I could probably see some. He's like, bro, we've got big stuff in this
Michael
truck.
opened the back
If you
of
don't
his truck
see it,
and
you'll
he's
hear
like,
it.
Yeah,
"Yeah, I'll be able to see some of these
we can't tell you where we got these, but we
No.
got them.
you go.
secrets."
But yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, yeah, you'll be able to see them from around. It'll be noticeable.
really.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably 9 o'clock, dark-ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think Michael's got some sort of schedule.
Because
kinda
we'll
figured
probably
out.
be there at like 2:30. So
That's fine. That works.
I'm gonna be there in the morning,
Just saying.
wiring everything
At
up.
the very least, you can just share me that playlist and I can start it. If you're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna show up at 3:30 or 4, and you
Oh, well
wanna,
then, yeah.
you want to arrive with it already rolling.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
however you want to do it. But that's
Yeah.
works for us. But yeah, that is tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow morning I actually have plans.
Are you doing 2,500 miles of driving again?
No.
See, you sent that message earlier.
Oh,
I thought
and
that
I'm
was
like-
now. I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm like, one, where are you buying gas? And two, where are you going? Like,
I know.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it
was
was a fairly clear picture of my computer screen.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
like pretty
I'm like,
good.
I'm like,
Yeah,
your
I was-
windshield's kind of dirty. I'm like, it could be,
the
real
Subaru's
life.
broken. Come on.
Yeah, he had sent a picture of the gas prices on his way out to Maine for the trip 2 years ago.
Yeah, I went over all the footage and condensed it all and
Like
organized it a lot and fucking
Yeah, but he had a picture of gas prices. I'm like, where are you going?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was gonna say like, I just paid $297. Where the fuck are
Yeah,
you?
my bad.
You're doing 2,500 miles this weekend? Like the fuck? It's a 3-day weekend.
Jokes
I
on
guess.
you. Yeah.
Do
no.
800 miles a day.
shit.
You're good, but damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you actually do have things.
Oh
to
yeah,
do.
no. Tomorrow morning I am picking up a all aluminum. It's kind of a weird looking box.
Aluminum.
Toolbox to mount on the gooseneck.
Okay.
Down in Cornell. It's like 45 minutes away.
Chris Cornell.
No,
Steve-
just the
Steve
town.
Cornell?
R.I.P.
Picking that up and then gonna go back home and work on my WRX because the turbo is freshly rebuilt.
Is it?
And well, it's not maybe not fixed, but it is rebuilt. And then
Is that this
yes,
picture?
this picture here.
Oh, it's rebuilt by you.
Yeah, by me.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, that's way worse.
That's why I said it might not be fixed, but it is rebuilt.
It is reassembled with parts.
Actually,
yes.
zoom in on that.
Parts from Amazon
on that circle
Prime.
on the paper towel.
Let's say with
That-
this?
that big one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like I don't want to zoom into your address on the Amazon Prime
Oh,
package
it's
up
fine,
there.
probably. Oh yeah, that's what I hit with a hammer and cracked it a little bit.
Oh, is that what that line?
No. This was before. This was as I was rebuilding.
I'm
it.
like, this.
Yeah, if you look in the little tray up there with the oil in it, that's all the parts that
All
needed
this
to,
stuff.
Yeah, that's all the shit that came out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, new stuff in the other one, and I'm like, they're like, you need assembly lube. I'm like, 80-90 because I have 5 gallons of it. Here you go.
I mean, that is technically not assembly lube, but it will probably work.
It'll
for a
and again
used turbo.
when I was assembling. So getting this turbo apart, the exhaust. So like that center piece, like I don't know, it's called the ACH or ARH something. It's the center point of the turbo. It's where all the important shit is.
Correct.
It on the exhaust side, it like welded itself to the exhaust housing.
Oh, sure, because from heat and cooling. Heat and cooling,
And also rust from Michigan.
Well, yeah.
Because like watching other people rebuild these, they're like they just pull it apart with their hands. I'm like, I literally had an industrial air hammer to separate this motherfucker.
They're like tapping it once with a dead blow just to pop it loose. And you're like, I can't. I'm never buying another project car from the north. This is why you need a
I don't care how
20-ton
much
press.
money I can make on a car. I will just drive south to get a cleaner one.
The guy warned you it was rusty.
No, I know, but I got the legacy wagon being from Washington. They don't use as much salt. It's actually pretty fucking clean.
All things considered, yeah. Compared to this car,
the amount of rust that falls in my eyes underneath that is really not bad, and I kind of have. And then the Jeep, I've replaced so many things on the Jeep that it doesn't really like rust.
you've
fall in my
welded the
face
whole
anymore.
frame over again.
Yeah, so like there's not a ton of shit falling in my eyes anymore. But that was like the last thing that I've worked on that was pretty rusty.
And now you're back to junk.
Oh, I'm so fucking sick of it. Oh my god.
Welcome to the Northwest.
But anyway, while trying to reassemble after I rebuilt it all, there's a little lip then there's underneath of that lip is a O-ring
on this big center section.
Yeah. On the shiny part of it,
Sure.
I was tapping it. Well, first it wasn't going with a dead blow. I'm like, okay, maybe it needs the shock load of a metal hammer.
Sure.
And it did go, but
it
it hairline fractured like an inch out of it. And I'm like, well.
I mean, if it's
love it when that happens.
You know,
oh well.
it's
So assemble it the rest of the way. I'm going to drop it in. If it doesn't work or still makes no, this could be this was just an $80 rebuild kit. So I'm like, I'm only out $80 and the turbo's already off.
Correct.
Couldn't find anything else wrong with the car. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Rebuild the turbo. At the very least, if this is fucked up, there is an $80 turbo on Marketplace that I can go pick up from somewhere.
right.
Is it good?
It's $80.
I have the parts in this turbo I can just take back out and put in the other
I
turbo.
can give you my stock turbo off the Fiesta. It's got a billet center section in it. It's just also torn up, and I didn't want to use it.
Yeah, this one, honestly, there was a little bit of shaft play, but like the compressor housing was completely
was there side to side or fore and back? Because if it's side to side, that's totally normal. The oil takes
side to side. I was
usually
the
up and
oil.
down, ain't it?
The oil takes up that slop.
Oh, okay.
Because it pressurizes the oil as it pushes through there.
Well, after I put it all back together and I wiggled it again, there was noticeably less slop throughout the whole thing.
I'm not saying it
but
was
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But there should be some.
But the
oil could coat
impeller,
it.
the impeller was perfectly clear, no dents, dings, nothing.
Not like
And
mine
then-
where it was ground down.
Yeah,
around
and then
it.
the whole housing, there's not a single mark. So I'm
Sweet.
like, it seems to be still good. It's also only 120,000 miles, so
True.
pretty decent.
Were you surprised at how little this turbo is?
It's not that little. I'll be honest.
Okay.
It's like to hold it, like it's more than both of my hands.
Oh, that is very okay.
Yeah, it is actually like don't get
It's
me wrong, like the
long.
inside, the inside pieces aren't very big.
Right, that's what
but
I'm-
like
yeah.
the whole housing and everything, it actually was like
like-
I didn't think it was like that small.
Okay. Like being used to like big
It's
trucks
also
and
like
stuff. It's deceiving.
being a boxer and kind of up on top of the motor, there's a lot more area to put it rather than in your Fiesta where it's like, oh yeah, just fit it wherever it is.
Yeah, it's on the back of the motor between the firewall. It's like, good
it's
luck.
like, hey, you have that much room figured out. Yeah. Whereas this is like, no, you can just raise it higher if you need it to be bigger.
This is probably about the same size as the one I put on my Fiesta,
it's
to be
a
fair.
TD04.
Okay.
A common upgrade is a VF48,
VF,
which I'm assuming is a 48 millimeter.
That would make sense, yeah.
That's the STI turbo, which is a common upgrade for my WRX.
Yep.
So yeah, TD04 I'm assuming would be like
a slightly
low
different.
40s. So, don't really know.
We're seeing if there's anything-
4450.
See if
No,
there's
it's
any just like
KO4,
quick
I
little
don't know.
numbers. TD04.
13T. Yep.
Yeah, there's just numbers and stuff. I was just seeing if anything popped up. I was trying to compare it to my turbo. I'm like, how close actually are they? But yeah, you can't. You don't put KO4s on Fiestas. You don't put S280s on Subarus. So
yeah.
oh, S280 is a KO3 core, so it's probably fairly close actually.
Yeah.
But regardless,
I'll say stock is like fairly similar power numbers. It's 240,
yeah.
which is yours.
I'm just out of a
close,
1.5 liter trying to make that.
Yeah, mine's 2.0, so not much better.
Not much different. Yeah, it is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's just a little bit smaller.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yours is also 14 years newer.
It is. Yeah. Well, the turbo is brand new too, which helps, yeah.
True. But
Finally found the picture.
Picture of what?
oh,
My
your bike all torn apart?
motorcycle.
Yeah.
This wasn't like fully torn, but one of the
Wasn't
one of the
fully
one of the first times.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That is, she's naked.
Naked.
All the fairings were the front and side fairings were all off, and
Forks gone.
oh yeah, that was when I had to
Get the fork seals
yeah,
done.
I had to do the fork
Fork seals down
seals.
at,
So yeah, it like
Peoria?
didn't have anything.
When
in
you
the
get the
front.
fork seals done and then they didn't do them and they didn't do them and then they didn't do them and you showed up and they weren't done and then they didn't do them and then
so
they did them.
fucking pissed.
Yeah.
What a great fucking time.
Welcome to your life.
Welcome to my life.
Yeah. Oh,
Regardless, yeah.
hoping
so
that-
turbo's off and slightly rebuilt.
yeah. So I'm gonna put it together tomorrow. Hopefully, be able to take it for a test drive and see if it.
Are you gonna be
makes
out there pretty
good
much
or
all
bad.
morning then?
Well, actually, I
Well,
was
you're gonna
hoping to
do
be
your
out
thing.
there, but yeah, I'm gonna go pick up that box. So I should be back by 9. So I'm like, well, 9 to 1, I'll call it.
That's a good amount of time.
Hopefully, I'll be slap it back together. And now that all the hardware, I also replaced all the studs on the turbo.
Because they
I
were
cut
brick-
and torched off all
they
the
were
ones.
tight.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put all new hardware and shit. Should all go on pretty easy. Got to fill it up with some coolant, and then that's about it. So
and just see what it does.
yeah.
So worst case scenario, you crack that center
Oh.
and it pours oil into the housing and smokes like a chimney.
Maybe.
That's worst case scenario.
Well, also the assembly lube,
Well,
quote unquote, is
that's-
probably gonna smoke too. So
Yeah.
whatever.
If it stops smoking after 5 miles, you're good. If it smokes worse after 5 miles, you got a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put
so
2-stroke oil in it. It'll
oh,
burn
and I
through.
also installed the rebuilt alternator.
Oh yes,
'Cause everybody online
Must
said
be the
just
alternator.
rebuild the Mitsubishi
the
stock.
stock style one.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that
don't
was
get in the
75 bucks?
aftermarket. Yeah,
Yeah, $75 to get that rebuilt. So that's also
Shit,
installed.
that ain't
so-
bad.
I mean that's what a new one from a garbage one from Rock Auto would cost. So yeah,
So yeah.
so things are ready to go
Cool.
back together.
Yeah, that's already in. Yeah. But yeah.
What
so.
else? What else did you do? Because you sent me pictures of things.
Oh yeah, so I realized that RC Fest is coming up for
In-
anybody interested. Tuscola,
three
Illinois.
weeks,
Yeah,
yes.
3 weeks.
26th,
26th and 7th. Yep.
Yep.
I also, in the meantime, I would like to try to get the camper off. That way we can take it down there. Camp there,
That's fair. Yeah.
do all the things. Bring Blue.
Big dog.
Big dog.
Big dog.
But yeah, so and I also just want to see how much of a pain in the ass it is.
Getting
Now
it
that
off
I have
there.
3 weeks of prep.
We're not
it's
trying
like-
to do it the day before.
Yeah, it's like let's
Yeah.
see how much of a pain in the ass it is to get the 4-wheeler up there. Hopefully, back it off, do whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I say the 2 people can pretty much roll it backwards enough feet that it's not terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
we'll
Yep.
see.
So, but yeah, so
So we're making
RC Fest is coming up.
making a surefire point to go to it. is
Yes.
the plan.
Well, I'm taking the entire month off of every rally event
Yeah.
because I did install the new hood on the Legacy because I needed it out of there anyway. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll slap it on. I'm like, hood scooped hood looks way cooler.
Yeah.
Looks way
So
faster.
mission accomplished there.
Welcome to modified.
Yeah. So I'm all right. And I was like looking at it. I'm like, yep, don't have any. I need to get the WRX done so I have another car because I don't want to keep daily around my truck because that's also going to be due for its 100,000 mile service, which is trans fluid and filter and
All the fuel
front end
filters and
parts,
all the-
CP4
diff
disco
fluids,
party.
yeah, all the shit. So that's gonna happen soon. And I'm like, yeah, I'd like to have a daily driver, like
Have
Shit
back.
box.
You mean have one other car that runs?
The Jeep it'll drive in front wheel drive, but that's about it.
It'll drive, but it won't get you to work.
Oh, you've made it a
Depends where work is. Honestly,
This is true.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're working on 80 again, you can make that work. But yeah, if you're
Oh yeah, a 71 going through town. Yeah, absolutely.
you can make that happen. But
yeah,
you should just take
Just take one of the machines home. I'll be back in the morning.
just go
It's
get.
3 blocks away, guys. Don't be so mad.
You drive it way further.
Oh,
than
I
that
drive
for
it
work.
so far. Oh my god.
You drive it miles.
Literally
for work.
so many fucking miles.
Was that this week? You had like a 3-hour drive in it or something?
Oh yeah, it was a lot.
It was. I mean,
yeah.
maybe not 3 hours.
Yeah,
but
it was 20 minutes one way. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was like I think it was 4.5 miles. Now, after I finished work,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, go take it over here because we're redoing that road over there too. I'm like, the fucking lowboy was just here, and they're like, yeah, but he had to go do something. I'm like, all right, like go fucking go drive there. I'll go pick me
It's
up.
gone now.
It also was wanting me to take a fucking main road.
Oh hell!
And I'm like, I'm gonna go. Like, I sat there for a minute, like, looked at all like the side roads. I'm like, oh, there's a fucking literally. I can go back down to where we started the morning, up like the side. The side road is like at a northeast.
Sure.
And I'm like, or there's like there's 3. It'd be 3 county miles. They ended up being a gravel road. But I'm like, why is it not having me go literally straight instead of down and then back up?
Because main road.
I'm like, that's
Main
so fun. And
road.
also, yeah, I'm doing fucking 30 mile an hour on gravel with full hydraulic steering. And
Hell
I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, this is a little sketchy. But
Just like driving the Jeep, honestly.
yeah.
no, less. Less. Honestly, I felt more scared in that thing.
If it had a roll cage like the Jeep does.
It
probably has
I
some-
don't know. They should have a ROPS,
It
a
should have a
rollover
built-in
protection
ROPS.
system.
Probably
I
just like
don't think it does. It's a broom. Like it's not.
like
They're
broom,
meant to stay on the road.
motherfucker.
It's like
But
there
they're
is zero. They will never go off road.
They
so I don't
are
know.
meant to sweep the edge of the road, which could be a ditch.
Yeah,
Or the edge
from
of
the
a-
inside, it doesn't look like. I don't.
It might
I don't
be
remember.
it might be underneath
Oh,
the
no,
interior
sorry.
panels.
The one of them, the brand that I had in the morning before I broke the hydraulic motor output shaft off.
Or you
I'm
broke
pretty
it.
sure it like
What-
snapped
let's
clean
say,
off.
What'd you hit it off of?
No, I literally flat ground, like just driving, and then all of a sudden it stopped spinning. I'm like, what? Okay.
It broken.
Sent the neighbor's mailbox into
It's the
stratosphere.
nicest, newest sweeper that the company has with the coldest AC.
And you broke it.
And it fucking broke. I'm like, cool. You're gonna give me one with
With the
They have
least-
like 4 other ones that don't have good AC. I'm like, God, I fucking hate it
That's
here.
what
you
they
son
get
of
for
a
putting the
bitch.
least qualified sweeper operator in there.
I was literally sweeping, like not even like literally just road.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't grind it, nothing. It was just prep for prime to get put down so that they can pave it. They paved it Thursday.
They're like,
or
oh, this
Wednesday,
guy's
Thursday.
here again. Like, I find him something to do. Have him sweep
Yeah.
the parking
Have him
lot. I don't
sweep.
know.
Kinda. That's
Go
what it
pick
felt
up
like.
trash in the ditch,
you
bitch.
come back,
Yeah.
boss. I broke it.
Literally.
It broken.
That one I think has a ROPS. I don't think the other brand, the other 4 of them do though.
Windshield intact or what?
All windshields are intact and tinted. Not the wait. Some of them have
Wait.
tinted windshields. Some of them have tinted side windows.
Yeah, it's fair.
But yeah.
You just like pulling up to your buddy and the other one just throwing shit at him. You're like,
Yeah.
whoops, sorry, man.
My bad.
If you ever see a sweeper going down the road,
Get away from
get away from it. Or like I don't know, my boss who just sits on the side road and he sees me. I'm doing 3 mile an hour sweeping. Like he sees me coming for 100 yards and he just stays 20 feet off the main road. I'm like, this bitch will throw a rock literally 100 feet.
because you can watch it throw small rocks.
Literally launches this motherfucker, especially if I have the engine wound up.
Which you always do. Keep
So
the AC
everybody,
cold.
So everybody fucking sits there. I'm like, and then like the laborers who are like holding the flag, I'm like, go to the other side of the road that I'm not pointing my broom at, so you don't get pelted with dust and rock.
Yeah.
Like, is it that hard to figure
Just
out?
do one sweep. If they don't learn, that's their own damn problem.
I literally started to. I'm like, you'll figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to change the way that I'm brooming.
Puts a 75% ownership in a paintless dent repair and removal tool.
The union rep's gonna be pissed when you clock a flagger with a fucking 3-inch rock.
No. Their union rep's gonna be mad. Mine's gonna be like, those dumbasses didn't get out of your way. I'm like, yeah, you would think.
Like, yes, can you go talk to them for
Some
me?
poor dude who stands outside in the sun all day.
He's worried about getting
To be
heat.
fair, they're for
Just
some
all of a
reason
sudden,
they are dumb enough to have
wham.
chosen a career where they stand out in the sun all day.
He's
So
standing there
that's kinda
fighting,
on there.
fighting off heat stroke and gets mock Jesus by a boulder.
Well, they're also like we were in BFE, Like
Andy kills him with a rock.
20 cars passed us all day long. So like the only thing that they're looking at is me doing my job. So it's like you stared at me for a quarter mile at 3 mile an hour. You had time to move.
Just nail him with a rock. Andy goes, oh shit, he must have got a heat stroke.
The fucking
Goddamn, the heat stroke can make these fuckers drop like flies. Not the fucking baseball size asphalt chunks I'm flinging.
the flagger standing there with a call with a void in his mind, just like, come on, do it. Do it.
I'm ready for my fucking paycheck, my settlement check.
If this is what it takes, just staring you down.
I got my
Yeah, I'll
settlement
say maybe I'm
money.
underestimating all the laborers. Maybe they have a master plan. I'm not in.
I got hit by a rock on the highway.
There's got to be like a tip board somewhere. Like, okay, who gets hurt by which other union
Yeah,
first?
bingo square.
Yeah,
Fucking
Deadpool.
Who had
labor-
impaled by a rock from operator?
Who had flagger killed by asphalt? It's like, that'd be me.
Yeah.
Thunk.
Thunk.
Oh yeah.
What other things you've been driving around?
I was gonna say we started talking about RC. I don't know how.
RC Fest and then,
RC Fest is
getting
coming
the camper off the trailer
Yeah,
and not
yep.
being rushed.
Yeah.
And then
So
Marcus is
killing
talking
a
about heat
dude.
stroking
yeah. So the
people. I
plan
don't know.
is to go to RC Fest down in Tuscola, like near Champaign. Been wanting a beater basher fly through the air RC for a while.
110
other
scale.
other than my crawler. Yeah.
Yeah, 110 scale everything.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I
Because your crawler is a Traxxas TR4 or
TRX.
TRX4.
Yep.
That is, it looks really nice. It's got some
It's
scratches.
getting worse. Yeah.
But, like-
Actually, yeah.
but 5 feet away, you're like, damn.
It is still a sharp looking truck.
Like
I
it's
love
shiny
it,
metallic
honestly.
blue. Big
Well, I was
polished
gonna buy
wheels.
another body for it, but they're $150.
Ooh.
It is like
You can buy half
nice
a crawler
paint.
for that.
Well, yeah. But also looking at, I was in the hobby shop I went in yesterday, which is just the local one.
Yeah.
They have a Bigfoot brand,
What
like a
local
legitimate
one?
Bigfoot.
Leonor.
It's I'm working in a streeter, so it's on the way home.
They have a hobby shop?
Yeah.
You've never been to Leonor Hot?
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never been in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you know where the bar is?
It's
the
literally
only
it
other
is
thing in
floor
town.
to ceiling.
Is it really?
I've
Yes.
like you.
Everything's
There
in
is
stock.
one path to walk
I have-
around the
I have
whole
enough
store, and there's
hobbies.
so much shit.
You already had this hobby. It doesn't count as a new one.
But
You're
anyway,
just picking it back up.
stopped in there yesterday, saw that they had a 2-wheel-drive Traxxas Slash for sale for cheap, and I'm like,
How cheap?
$150.
Used?
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, they're usually 200 and up on market. I've never seen one cheaper than $200 on marketplace. So I'm like,
100%. So you
Well-
brought it home.
I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna go back home, but I'm gonna bring cash tomorrow. He's like, okay, cool, I'll be here. And then at the same time, I sent you pictures of some crawlers they had, which are very nice.
Yeah, you sent me this little cluster of crawlers.
They got planes and shit too?
They have all the
It's
things.
majority. Oh, actually, I walked through. Me and Dominic walked through the entire building. That's like a probably 3,000 or 4,000 square foot building.
It is shockingly big for
Yeah.
how little it looks.
I was only ever in the front 3 rooms. There's 4 like big as my garage. 2
Like
levels.
bays.
Yeah, there's
full of planes.
there's like a fucking hangar.
There are no doubt.
I will be
Oh,
damned.
that is nothing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's
No,
just
I
one
bet
little
there are
spot.
no less than 1,000, at least 1,000 planes in there of his personal collection,
Right.
not including the ones he's selling.
Yeah.
It's so much worse than that now. That's probably a 10-year-old picture.
Oh, at least. But yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
yeah.
Brian's has expressed some interest in some crawlers, so I'm like, hey, there's these 2.
Right. Which are not bad prices for what they were.
Yes, they are pretty decent.
Because this is the like Red Cat
Ascent. Not Fusion, so like base model, I'll call
Yeah.
it.
But
But
it's like I looked at these for quite a while and I'm like, I can.
yeah, they are very good.
They do pop up on Marketplace for fairly cheap every once in a while.
Yeah.
Or they're full price and I just wait for them till they drop the price and then lowball that price.
Yep. The green truck, however, looks almost new. Has all aluminum axles and
Spider-Man.
brass. Yeah, and a dog in the
dog.
passenger seat.
I'll be damned.
3D printed stuff, custom built. Very little runtime on it. Like you can just there's not a scratch on the body yet. Even
Right.
it's a Axial SCX3 base camp builder's kit.
Okay.
Which that builder's kit starts off at 300 or I think 350.
Sure.
Not to mention
All the custom
$100 of wheels, probably another $200 of axles, shocks, lights, 3D printing.
Is
full
this the
interior.
default body for this? Or no?
It's
or don't know?
it's one of Axial's like basic
okay.
bodies. Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was like somebody bought a Toyota, body. Or whatever.
Yeah, it's technically not a Toyota. you
Yeah,
know?
it's a-
yeah.
It's one of those,
non-branded
you
one,
know-
Yeah. Not like the Raptor sitting right next to it that is fully licensed by Ford.
Yeah, Fox Racing on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything else. Yeah.
But yeah, that would be it'd be cool to go look at and be like, damn, that's really fucking nice.
It's really nice and a fair price.
Yes,
But it's
yeah,
not necessarily a beater crawler. It's more of a like this thing.
Well, mine wasn't supposed to be either. I have $700 on my crawler.
This is true.
But yeah.
So did you end up bringing the other one home?
Yes, I did bring home the 2-wheel drive Slash, and then as I was in there waiting for him, I found some wheels and tires. I'm like, damn, those orange rims kind of look sick.
These look pretty
It
cool.
looked pretty
on
neat
here.
on my body, or on this, the green and blue and black plastic body.
The
I'm
whole
like, I think
fun
it'd be
haver vibe.
Pretty sick. Yeah, kind of.
You kind of, you know,
Yeah, so.
bright neon colors.
Yeah, bought a 5,800 milliamp hour battery, which the problem is the Slashes, they can only do 2-cell, whereas my TRX4 will do 3-cell.
Sure.
So I can't run the TRX4 battery in this, but I can run this battery in the crawler, which ideally I probably will run my crawler more.
You
than
put more hours on the crawler per se.
Yes.
Where this goes faster, so you'll drain batteries quicker.
Well, I'll drive this until I break it, and
Yeah.
then I'll take that battery out and kill it in the crawler.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Now you're getting somewhere.
Yeah, so.
Interesting.
But yeah.
So that was your kind of little adventure there.
Yeah, I wanted some sort of basher, and now what I was thinking, I'm like, oh yeah, I have like timber now. I can fucking
have
launch
out-
this thing off the hillside and fucking
Oh no.
yeah. So that'll probably
start from
happen
the
soon.
bottom of your hill, ramp all the way up it.
Yeah, see if I can
Setting
ramp onto my roof and
Ramp it into the neighbor's dumpster.
Yeah,
Dumpster.
fuck yeah.
You probably do a whole crawler course on your 44-foot trailer. There's so much room.
Oh god, probably
There's so
yeah.
much room in there.
Probably.
But yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I don't know. I've been getting overtime checks the last 3 weeks, so I'm like, well,
Oh yeah.
I've been subliminally saving things on Marketplace.
yeah, I do be doing that too.
It's been all week, and he's like, "What about this? Should I buy this? How about
yeah,
this?"
just
thing?
like I either see a good deal or I save it, and I'm like, well, since I save it, I should send it to Brian to see what he thinks.
Send me lowriders, just random.
There was a $7,000 lowrider on Marketplace. I'm like,
Let me see if I can.
it was it was a G body. It was pretty nice.
It
I'll
was-
be
it-
honest.
It do be kind of clean, and the random reels and stuff. of
Oh
course,
yeah.
but
Oh
let's
yeah.
see if any of these. It's the
Oh,
sketchiest
the stolen
KX450.
fucking KX450,
It's not
yeah.
stolen. It's just very.
It's potentially stolen.
Let's see. Yeah, 6
Oh,
by
the
6
6x6.
Ford
Yeah, this was
C900.
fucking dope.
Is it still up here or not? Oh yeah.
Look at this
Oh,
fucker.
yeah.
fellas, is it gay to want this?
It's a 6x6.
Not by that.
Look at there's six
Six-wheel
of them.
drive.
There's 6 of them. That with
the
an
pictures don't do great.
Fucking
that with
Andy-
a camper on the frame and then tow the crawler.
Snow runner.
Literally, it'd be
snow- yeah.
so
Can-
fucking sick.
Can we get a crane for it?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah, logging crane.
yeah.
You just quick attach the beds. That's
Hell yeah.
yeah. Like
just
this
make 'em-
is
just make them pinnable. Make the beds pinnable. You just
Fuck
drop it
yeah.
on there. Tink tink.
like this is the
yeah.
stuff he's been sending me all week. It's just
Hell
stuff like this.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
yes,
$9,000. That ain't bad as a run.
that's what he said.
No, it didn't run.
You can make it run though. Cutlass lowrider,
Cutlass lowrider, 87 Cutlass.
which is
Fuck
kind of
yeah.
fresh. To be fair,
It fucking is not. It says rusty and shit, but it does. It looks. It's at least a 10-footer. It looks pretty nice.
Jesus, Murphy.
wire wheels, the whole nine.
Fucking yeah. Got them switches.
Got switches.
Not the Glock switches, just the regular switches.
Thing will bounce. It's like this is what you do. This is what Marketplace was built for.
Yeah.
Just look at
There's no
dumb
like.
stuff.
Oh, and the guy has the most Spanish name ever. I think.
that. I
It's like I would love to just go up and be like, "Yep, this is for me, white ass me, right
Marcus,
here."
Marcus, what are we looking at here? Why are you
A
saying
fucking locomotive
Jesus.
engine.
that is what that is? Yes,
It's approximately
A
3,200
bill-
pounds.
32,000.
Oh, sorry,
32,000. Do you have a locomotive?
No, but
But I like train.
that'd be a really cool conversation piece.
You could live in the fucking
yeah,
thing.
I say with who? Senecas with their rotator trying to set this thing in your yard.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
Gut the thing and build a chicken coop out of it.
the birds. The
Look
birds
at all
would love it.
each one of like the I don't even like valve cover, whatever those inspection panels are on the
Yeah.
side could
Yeah.
each be like a fucking nest.
a little nesting
coop.
coop.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You wouldn't have to worry about it blowing away. I give
How
you
much
that.
was this?
$2,500.
Ooh.
It's gonna
That's
cost you
worth
more.
that in scrap. Oh yeah, transporting it.
Transporting
is
it's gonna be more than that in just moving it
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
You sent me
Damn.
anything
Fuck it,
else
Andy.
cool?
Let's go splitsies on a skid steer.
You sent me a pip.
Uh,
It's not
yeah.
gonna move it.
I
not
am-
at 32,000
I do need a skid
pounds.
steer. You are correct.
Yeah. KLX 110 talk.
Oh, yeah. Found a good deal on one.
A parts Cherokee.
I did
still
message
on it.
the Cherokee, and they said it's spoken for currently. So.
Oh,
That's what started,
This is what started the day off.
Almost my truck, but a ramp truck.
But the long way.
Wamp.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Thought that was pretty neat.
Hell yeah.
Just like, he's like, damn, I should sell my truck and buy this.
Yeah. If only it was 4-wheel drive, had a 10-speed, and also wasn't an XL.
Like, we haven't done a Super Duty axle swap before.
Fair.
I mean...
Well, okay, speaking of swaps, I was thinking
no.
I've thought about doing a dually swap to my truck, because I don't know if the frames are any different.
Not as long as it's not a commercial chassis, it should be the same
Yeah,
frame.
no, 350.
Yeah.
So, yeah, not
Standard
like a 450 or 550.
Correct. There are commercial 350s.
There are
but yeah.
supposedly 6,000-pound leaf springs, as opposed to whatever I have. That's what the dualies come with.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody, looking through the 17 and up Super Duty groups.
Sure.
I was looking at a conversation about bags, and I was asking a couple questions, and the one guy, it was a crawler hauler group. They were talking about what the hell? Somebody converted their Dodge into a into a dually.
Yeah.
And I was like, I asked him, he was like, the reasoning why the guy did it was like, my pin weight was high. I'm like, what was your pin weight? He's like, I don't remember. I'm like, fucking good answer.
Was it like 5,000 pounds? I might have seen the same post.
Maybe. It was a black Dodge Cummins.
They're all black.
But yeah.
yes.
I think. And then he put a flappet on it too.
Did it have a camper and then two buggy style Jeeps?
Yes.
And then he had someone asked.
It was a nice gray gooseneck trailer.
I think I saw the same post. Yeah, I think it was 5,000 pounds of pin weight on the gooseneck, which is a lot.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's not your 10.
But yeah, that's why he swapped. So then I was talking in that, and I was like, I was debating about doing bags, or I've contemplated doing a dually swap, and then somebody was like, just don't do bags, just put the dually leaf springs in.
Put heavier springs in.
I'm like, fuck me.
But it's going to ride like, because
it did and does already.
It is noticeably, our single cab flatbed rode not great. If you put 1,000 pounds on the bed.
350 or 450?
The single cab was a 350.
Okay.
It was technically a commercial because it had an 11-foot bed.
Oh, yeah.
It was a cabin chassis, but it had F plates with big heavy springs on them. It's like, it was great as soon as you put weight on it.
Yes.
Without weight, it was just like a hop. No, it was a single cab, but it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Your truck is pretty comfortable as is.
It's not bad.
Maybe you could go up, maybe there's a middle ground. You've got 4,500s, there's 6s.
No, I think that they're
just one or the other.
Because I'm already a 1-ton.
That's true.
So
that is true.
If there was a middle, I'm already on it being a single wheel 1-ton.
With the heavy duty tow package and stuff.
Yeah, I'll say that was just one person's comment was like, oh, hey, here's your, just do dually leaf springs instead of whatever the single wheel ones are.
Right.
Which I need to look more into it. But I'm like, oh, yeah, like that is an option, I guess.
Yeah, airbags are nice, but at the same point, you have to then maintain airbags and air system. When you don't have air on board, it's kind of a pain.
Yeah. So
you don't have air-powered windshield wipers or nothing cool,
Yeah.
They sound so cool, but they're, pointless.
So yeah, that was, I'll say, didn't really, haven't looked too deep into it yet, I guess, but I was like, oh yeah, that is an option.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I also have that truck saved.
This one?
Or I looked at it. It's for sale for like a year.
2 years.
They dropped it from 95,000 to 55, or 75,000 to 55,000.
It was 90. It wasn't 90.
Okay,
yeah. Truck's got 130,000 miles, F350 crew cab platinum dually.
Yeah.
Here you go, Marcus. You need a truck, right?
Not that big of a fucking truck.
The neighbor down the road has a 2011 F-150 XLT 5.0, 200,000 miles for $4,000 if you want it.
2011? That gets
first year of the 5.0, but
yeah,
first year calculator screen or the touch?
it's XLT. It's small. It's base model.
Yeah.
Send me some pictures. $4,000.
It's literally like it's less than 50 yards away right now.
Oh,
yeah.
He's like, oh, well, don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Well, remind
that
me.
was
We'll
the guy
go
who
take
had
a
the
look
bead
at it.
blaster.
Yep. I know who you're talking
Yes.
about.
Oh,
Yeah, the towing guy from this town.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
We'll go take
But
a
yeah,
look at
so I'm like, we just kind of like walked out back and we're bullshitting. It was a surveyor's truck. From the local survey.
So we got a lot of highway miles driving back and forth to
highway
people's
miles.
places. Yeah.
Yes, it needs he's gonna put a windshield in it, and I think it needs something else like small. before you like list it. But I'm like, ooh, before you list it, let me know because figured you might be interested.
Yeah.
Mostly because of the $4,000 part. So.
And it's not an EcoBoost.
Yeah.
Not an EcoBoost and not a 5.4 or a Triton.
Those are
so.
both huge wins.
Yeah. He also had a Triton. He's like, this one's only got 120,000 on it.
Nope.
You didn't ask.
I'm like, don't get me wrong, it
Absolutely.
is an 09 or 10 rather than a 04 to 08.
Absolutely
It is
fucking
better,
not.
but not. It could be a lot better.
Can we 5.4 swap your XJ?
Fuck.
Be
No.
so bad. Fuck. You put a less reliable motor that makes less power and sounds worse.
No, thank you.
Is there a single upside? I don't think so.
No.
I can't imagine one.
Honestly, no.
No, I don't like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I've been saving random crawlers and stuff, just trying to like wait for one price to drop. And I'm like, oh, crap.
$250.
It's far away. It's brand new though. Red Cat Ascent crawler.
Oh yeah. Oh, and it's got the not a Fusion.
Not a Fusion, the standard.
Yeah.
one,
Okay,
but
maybe 250 is not great then.
It's new. They're like 3 something.
Yeah.
But it's like by St. Louis.
Reasonable.
Still in Illinois, but I'm like, it's a drive.
I had something up in Wisconsin. I was like, if only I was going up there anytime soon.
Yeah, it's one of those if I had another reason to go somewhere. Yeah. There's random cool things.
Fuck yeah.
Just saving random. Big turbo Thunderbird.
Good lord.
You know, just.
Shit.
Is that LS swap?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You better
yeah.
believe it.
Big turbs.
Big
10K OBO needs work. Like, this is the things I'm saving. But
Yeah, we love that.
just random stuffs. But yeah,
This is why I don't go on Facebook Marketplace.
you should. It's so much fun.
Literally all day, every day, I could be on it.
That and the definitely. Oh, it did sell. No way.
Wow.
That dude got ripped
The
off.
definitely not stolen KX450F.
Not stolen overheating KX450F. Yeah.
Yeah, with a bald tire.
Honestly, that's
damn.
not that bad.
I mean, for it being surely just street
oh
driven.
yeah,
in Chicago.
no, but the fact that I've seen them like literally made into a slick before is
they can get
really
balder,
bad.
but yeah, like they ride it on the street 100%. No title.
Oh, popping wheelies, pissing cops off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we love
but it's a
that.
450.
Oh, look, he's even got a little light bar on there.
But yeah, but it's a 450 for $2,000. I'm like, yeah, it could be worse,
It'd be a lot fucking better.
but not much. They're usually $3,500. But regardless, okay. Are we out of things to talk about?
I think so.
Are we floundering?
Yep.
A little bit.
Hell yeah. Like to hear it. Okay. Well, if that's the case, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.